from a common thief to up close and personal with Robin Leach. And I'm far from cheap. I smoke skunk with my peeps all day. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you.
Alright guys, here we are. Got my rod. So I was out fishing yesterday and I bought these crappie jigs. I was trying to find a jig that would work for kelp greenling. See right here, little tiny thing. It's got this orange color, kind of just like a sand crab. I've got another size 2 hook right here. Well, I got to the beach and this is what I'm looking at right now. Did not want to do this, but it looks like the only way. Got to get muddy. Didn't bring any waders today. I was fishing with that high-low for a while and I switched over to the Carolina rig. Just hooked up with this nice barred surf perch. Probably about 9 inches or so, not that big, but hey, that's the start. First fish of the day. Been out here for about an hour. So if I catch another one or two, then I'll throw the GoPros on and let you know exactly what I'm doing. Yo, I got one. I didn't get my cameras though. Feels like a good size. Oh yeah, nice one. Whoa, that's a fat fish. Oh, it just came off too. Woo, look at that. That's a big barred surf perch. Yeah, man. I'm gonna keep this one. I had to keep the other one too, actually, because it was down his throat, so it was bleeding a lot. But this one is a really good eater. I can eat the other one whole, and I can make fillets out of this one. Look at that one. That thing is big. Heck yeah, I think the bite's turning on. I'm gonna bleed this guy right now, put him under the sand. That's where I got my other one. So I got my other fish in here. Dang, that's a big fish. That's a huge perch. Heck yeah. I got my other one under the sand. That's a little trick. If you want to keep them fresh and you don't have a cooler, just keep them buried under the sand. It'll be wet, it'll keep them fresh. Make sure you bleed them though. Gets all that blood out of the meat. So I got my bag here, buried in the sand. Everything's kept cold in here. And I double bagged it just because sometimes their fins can cut through the bag. So this was the first one that I caught, which was kind of small, but I hooked him in the throat. But just look how much bigger that one is compared to it. Monster. Honestly, I'm just chilling out here. I was just sitting down on my phone and then that fish bit. And it's like a miracle that it didn't come off because I didn't have any GoPros to film with, so I was struggling to get my cell phone to film that, setting it in the sand and stuff, doing that with one hand. But these perch are so close that you don't need to cast far. I'm sitting 35 feet away from where the waves are breaking, so I don't even need to cast far. I could just cast as I sit here. And that's like way farther than I even need to. Not even reeling. I'm just making sure that the weight isn't pulling left and right, so I'm keeping tension on the rod. You can see that the rod is bent like that. And that's going to keep it in one space if there's no current, like now. So this is a close-up of the rig that I'm using. 1.5 ounce egg sinker with a bead attached to a swivel, 20-pound fluorocarbon. Oops, got a little knot here. That's not good. 20-pound fluorocarbon attached to a 2-inch sandworm on a size 2 hook. I like this thin profile of that egg sinker. I feel like it doesn't cause as many tangles. and I try to keep my knots really tight. I almost cut the knot right there on the clinch, maybe only 2 or 3 millimeters maximum of tag end left over, just in case there's any slippage. But I really like to keep that close and tight, especially on these Carolina rigs, because anything sticking out, it's a lot easier to get tangles on this rig than it is with a high-low rig. You'd never get a tangle, but Carolina rig like this, especially after fishing 20 minutes or so, get tangles really easily. But yeah, this is kind of going to be the content on this channel, and there might be just completely something random if I feel like posting it and I don't want the pressure of posting it on the main channel, then I might just post it here. Obviously, I'm not going to stop posting on the main channel. I've still got a lot of ideas. Nighttime fishing. Man, I was supposed to go to Toronto this week, but it's freaking freezing out there. It's like -40 or something like that. It's just the weather's not been good right now. Anybody who's on the West Coast knows these swells have been big. It's been raining every day, nonstop. Everybody's getting the flu. I just got over one myself. I still barely have my voice, coughing up a storm at night too. I hear right now there's a lot of big perch being caught around Santa Cruz. A lot of these like 14-inch ones like I caught, a lot of these around Santa Cruz area, and so yeah. So that's the catch for today. Actually, let's get a measure on him real quick. Okay, well actually I don't have a measuring tape, which is silly of me, because if I caught a red tail surf perch, those need to be 10.5 inches, and there's no way I would have been able to measure it. But this is the unofficial measurement. So you know, business card, credit cards, those are all 3.5 inches. So let's see how long he is. So 3.5, 7, 10.5, about 12 inches, 12.5 inches. Not bad. There's a lot of meat on him too. He's really heavy.